Welcome to a brand new episode of the Content Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Witnish. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you some tools that can give you a significant edge when it comes to your content marketing and reaching your target client audience by curating content that relates to what they're searching for online. So you're going to get a lot more qualified traffic, which can lead to potential business opportunities through the organic circulation of your content. Or if you boost it, you can also pick up inbound opportunities from circulating in the different platforms that you're posting content on. And I'll kick off by addressing the elephant in the room. So the podcast name has changed if you've been tuning in since inception, which I think we had 3 listeners in total. And through the episodes of the last few weeks where I talked about niching, I thought, okay, I feel like I've found the lane that I want to stay in with this podcast, which is talking about content marketing. And there's a number of reasons for that. One, it's what we do day in and out across the 2 agencies, so Content Only and also TDMA. So this is the space where we're the most active in. It's also what I'm pursuing from Aaron Witnish as an individual, putting content out into the marketplace from a personal perspective. And it's what I enjoy doing. If I could spend my perfect day, I would get up and I would write content for a few hours. I'd spend some time with my son Bailey. I'd go to the gym, I'd train, work out, probably eat a nice lunch somewhere, I'd go learn something. So I want to stay where I feel the most lit up. And that's come through a lot of soul searching in my life over recent weeks. And it's all starting to make sense. So this is the podcast moving forward. And if you're in for other topics, I guess that might be a little bit disappointing, but I promise that the content marketing related discussions will add significant value if you're playing in that space. And there's also an encouragement and a push. If you're not creating content yet, even as a personal brand, my invitation is to consider doing that. Think about what you want to talk about. What are your hobbies? What do you like? Because that's the media currency of the future. If you have a content feed on any platform and you want opportunities, and that could lead to career opportunities, business opportunities, speaking opportunities, whatever it is, doing a show like this, future monetization, or just adding value, then content is the pathway to doing that as an individual. Now, as a business, it's where people go to search online. When someone's looking, they're doing their research, they're in buy mode, they've been referred to you, or you've come up in a search, they're going to have a look and they're going to see what your feeds look like. Do they trust you? Is there a desire to transact with you? Whatever you specialize in, are you displaying capabilities that they would want to move forward? What's it saying in terms of how they perceive your value? Are they seeing you as premium, low end, mid-range? Content plays a significant role in what people are willing to do transactionally with your business. So I think if anything, you want to dial up content in this day and age where the future generation of buyers are coming across your business on handheld devices. You need to have a presence and you need to be educating them and showcasing why you're different to a competing solution, or else it's just going to come down to price and you're going to get price shops. So that's where the first thing I want to start with content. Now let's go to the tools. So if you want to understand, let's say you've picked your niche, and remember, the narrower you go with your niche, the more impact you're going to have with your audience, and you don't need a big audience to successfully monetize. I look back to 2015 when we were very active with content when we were doing the Grant Cardone show. We probably had 15 raving fans on social media. That was it. And we were able to sustain a very high revenue, high profit business with 15 raving fans and then picking up clients through the back end of that. So you don't need a big audience, and if your content's great, you'll get discovered pretty quickly, and then you may also be able to build up a targeted following much quicker with the tools I'm about to share with you right now. So I think video is really powerful if you're willing to put yourself out there, and it can be very intimidating, and the reality is you probably are going to suck at it a little bit in the beginning if you haven't done it before. If you've seen my journey, you'll know it's not great, it's not overly polished, but I hope that it feels authentic when it comes through. So there's a tool called vidIQ, so VIDIQ, I think it is. And that platform is incredible for pulling up video content ideas, particularly for the YouTube platform, but I feel like the amount of search people do looking for videos on YouTube, which is a search engine, it's going to translate to all the other platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels in terms of its appeal to the audience. So if you head over to vidIQ, I think you can test drive it, and you can take a keyword for your target audience. So for example, I can take content marketing and I can put that into their keyword search, and it'll list 150 different searches that people are running on YouTube. And then I can filter that in order of popularity, search volume, how much competition there are for those keywords. So I can either go create a video for something that not many other people are competing for. So if I create a great video, it's super relevant, I might be able to get one of the top rankings on YouTube and get a lot of organic traffic. I could go for something that's highly searched. There might be a lot more competition, but I know there's a lot of active searches. So again, if I create a very good video that has a lot of retention, I can pick up a lot of targeted organic traffic at a high volume, probably for a long time into the future. So if you're thinking, and I highly encourage you to do it, of creating video content, and you can do shorts, it's a perfect place to start, sub 60-second clips. And the great thing about that is they can go as shorts on YouTube. You can put it on your Instagram Reels, your Facebook Reels, on TikTok. So you're going to hit all platforms with this style of content. And it's also what the platforms are circulating highly. So you can, even if you've got 2 or 3 followers, you can get a lot of organic reach without any followers by using this form of content. So I encourage you to start there if you're not sure where to start, and head over to vidIQ and literally get hundreds of ideas for what content you can make in your niche in a matter of seconds. So if it was, let's say you're really into health and fitness, it could be workout. Might put out workout routines, and it'll give you everything that people are searching for in terms of workout routines on YouTube. And you can filter how you want to look at it, from lowest competition up to the most searches, and get content ideas that you can curate. And then the key is actually having that in the title, having it in the description, having it in the tags. So you're optimizing that for the search engines that are social media, that are YouTube. So you're actually catering to the algorithm on some level. Then based on how entertaining and how long people retain watching your video and how they interact with that, will determine how successful it is in terms of its overall circulation. So there's a bunch of things to consider, but vidIQ is a very powerful tool, and it's also how we research ideas for our clients when we want to make content that's going to appeal to their target market and what they're searching for online. It's also a great way to find problems that people are looking to solve in the same breath. The next tool is the Google Keyword Tool, which is completely free. So if you set up a Google Ads account, you don't have to run any campaigns. They have a keyword planner, and again, you can take a keyword such as content marketing, I'll use it again, push that in, and it'll give you, in terms of most searches, all the way down to the lower searches, and you can also sort by competition as well, all the different search terms and phrases that people are looking for on Google. So if you, again, want to create videos, or you want to write articles or blog posts or written content that caters to the Google search engine, you can target specific searches and use that as a way. If you're going to run a blog on your website, as an example, that would be a really powerful way to find out blog post ideas that you can cater to the SEO by using that keyword in the title throughout the post on the blog, and also using it in the meta tags when you put it on the site. So there's another free tool that can give you a massive edge. And again, if you can get a high search ranking with a blog article, that can be a ton of organic traffic. And if you do it in a low competition keyword that has a high volume, you've got a much more high chance of getting a great ranking with that. The next tool that I want to talk about is just the actual search boxes themselves. So if you go to the search bar on either YouTube or Google and you type in a keyword, it'll list, I think it's like 12 or 15, maybe 10 search terms, and they're generally listed in what people are searching for. So just by going and typing into a search bar, you're going to get a list of content ideas that people generally look for on those platforms, and you can grab one that's the best fit for the type of content that you want to make. So when it comes to creating content that's likely to appeal to your target audience, there's a ton of really simple free tools out there. I think vidIQ has a paid version. I'm on their paid version, which gives you a lot more data. But like I said, if you just want to get a fast content idea, you just go to the search bar on Google and YouTube, type in a keyword, it'll give you a list. If you want to get more detailed, more information, look at how many searches there are, look at the competition, you can go to the Google Keyword Tool or go to vidIQ and do your research there. Then the next thing I'd say is, when you done that, you can go to Best Hashtags, which is a resource. Just Google Best Hashtags and then type in the keyword that you're targeting with the post or the content, and it'll give you the top 10 hashtags to use in relation to that particular piece of content on a platform like Instagram. So again, you can put targeted hashtags that people are searching for on the Instagram platform to appeal to the right audience and show up in the right searches. So there's a couple of really simple tools, all available with free versions at a minimum, that you can utilize to get very specific content ideas for your target client. And by creating content for them, one, you're helping them solve problems, so you're building that trust and desire up front, which means they're going to be a lot more likely to look at you as a paid solution. They're far more likely to engage because it's something that they're looking for support with, and it's also where you're likely to get inbound inquiries. If you have a CTA, so you might say, hey, if you want specific help with this, put a comment below or send us a message. You can actually encourage people through your content to reach out and monetize content that way. The final piece of the puzzle is if you wanted to circulate it, you've got the boosting options on just about every platform that's out there. So you can set a small budget, set up an audience of your target clients on that platform, and then boost it. You might spend $10, $15 to circulate it to that audience at a much higher level rather than just relying on organic. So you've got a whole series of different ways that you can create deliberate content, get in front of the target audience, and then set yourself up to be able to create business opportunities through the content process. So I hope these tools and these tips have been helpful. And thanks again for tuning in and coming this far. If you're not following the Content Marketing Podcast, please follow on whatever platform you're tuning in on. If you have a question, put it in the comments below, or if there's a specific conversation you want to see on the show or you want to shout out, do that in the comments section. And there should be ways to get in contact. If you need help with your content marketing, that's what our agencies do. You're more than welcome to reach out to myself, Aaron Witnish, on social media and then ask questions or get some support. As you will see, there's a ton of free content that we're putting out on YouTube across my different social media platforms that you can go check out and learn for free on content marketing specifically. So we'll be back very soon with a brand new episode. Thanks so much for tuning in.